We all have a pretty good picture in our minds about the daytime bomb groups of B-17s and B-24s launching massive campaigns over Europe. After all, there are images all over the internet. Some of them are unloading their bomb loads over their targets. Other pictures reveal multiple aircraft punching through thick layers of flak. On rare occasion, the photographer/crew member will have their camera poised just as another bomber takes a fatal hit from a flak shell. On even rarer occasion, someone will snap a photo of an Allied bomber engaging with a fighter. Now, this all seems surreal if you give it some deep thought. Unfortunately, most people's empathy for someone rarely extends beyond their line of sight. Now, this makes it hard for us to truly have that empathy that we genuinely desire to have for these men that practically flew in metal coffins over merciless territory. And what I'm going to provide for you today will help you grasp some of that empathy, and will even take the experience one step further. Imagine being a crew member at your station, your bomber rattling all around you, all four engines roaring, the smell of gasoline as the fuel lines vent. Flak all around you threatening to hold the fuselage. Fuses already pulled on your bombs as you realize the combination of bombs, the flak, the fuel vapors, and all of your buddies' cigarettes probably aren't a great mix. Now imagine having all of this happen in the black of night. Night bombing isn't the common theme that us Americans know. We remember movies like Memphis Belle and 12 O'Clock High, where the sun is a complete afterthought. This wasn't the case for the men of Squadron 207 in Great Britain. The Avro Lancaster was the nighttime workhorse for these chaps. On any given mission, 5% of the entire fleet was expected to be lost due to midair collisions, flak, or enemy fighters. Today, I'm not going to speak much. I'm going to let the Lancaster crew of F for Freddy do most of the talking. On September 3rd, 1943, 315 Lancasters launched for a night raid on Berlin, supported by 4 Mosquito fighters. BBC Radio paired up with F for Freddy and sent 2 men to record the mission. The airplane was known as the Secretary aircraft, carrying one Winford von Thomas to report his monologue on the entire mission. The entire crew intercom was also tapped, while second BBC correspondent Reginald Pinsley, referred to as Reggie or Reg during the flight recording, coordinated with skipper Ken Letford. I would recommend that after listening to this episode, head over to the BBC link that I posted in the show notes. The recording on the BBC link includes Winford Thomas's commentary as he describes minute for minute the critical moments of the mission as it's happening. There are actually 2 missions that I've spliced together for you. Instead of having my voice interrupt you in between missions, I'll simply separate the missions with a beep to change the timeline for you. It'll begin with the September 3rd mission. About 4.5 minutes in, it'll swap over to the middle of another bomb run on a completely separate mission. And 3 minutes after that, it'll swap back to the original mission that we started with and will end with that mission. Now, the reason that I'm sharing 2 missions with you is to give you the best insight possible as to all of the elements these men were facing on practically every mission. Settle in and enjoy.
Hello, Skipper. Hello, Navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, keep weaving, Ken. There's quite a lot of night stuff coming up as well, falling off a bit low.
Hello, engineer. Skipper here.
Yeah?
Will you put the revs up, please?
Yeah? Okay, keep weaving.
A lot of searchlights and fighter flares, Skipper.
Yeah, keep on.
Okay, boys, okay.
Left, left. You can... Bomb doors open.
Hello, Bombardier. Okay when you are.
Bomb doors open.
Bomb doors open, Bombardier.
Right. Steady. Steady. There's a long time yet. A little bit longer yet. Put in some news.
Green
down in the center.
Okay, steady. Right, a little bit. Right. Steady. Bomb's going in a minute. Bomb. 2, 3. Bomb still going.
Hey, Jimmy, trade to behind us, boy.
Bomb's dead in it.
Hey, yes, Jimmy, hold it up. Where is he, rear gunner? Can you see him? Down! Down!
Down.
He's shot down. He's shot down. Did you shoot him down?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got him, boy. Right in the middle. Bloody good.
Bloody good. Photograph taken. Keep weaving. There's some black coming at me.
Okay, don't shout all at once.
Alright. Photograph taken.
Okay, photograph taken. Hello, Skipper. Will you turn on to 081? Right, 081, navigator. Don't all speak at once now. Keep quiet, it's okay.
Okay, go.
Hello, mid-gunner. Did you recognize that fighter you shot on?
No, I didn't recognize it, but it's definitely going down now.
Good, Jimmy. I can see him, boy. Good show. I can see him now. Yeah, look at him burning. Doesn't he look lovely? Good show, lads. Now keep your eyes open.
Okay, Ken.
Okay, bomb's gone.
Okay. Where's that bomb's gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bomb doors closed.
Well, I can read my watch in the searchlight. That's 21:54.
Flag coming down from close.
Heading 100. 21:54. Go to the slot as best we can.
Okay. Speed's the answer now.
The idea is to steer about 020.
Put 020 on it, huh? 020, okay.
Flight directly beneath us.
Right.
And searchlights underneath us too.
Come on, keep it, Tommy. Get tracking.
Watch your height.
I'm watching everything.
Okay.
How many searchlights would you call them?
Too many, I reckon.
Couple of thousand. Yeah, they're searching for us. You bastards. Oh, hell. Certainly illuminates things, doesn't it? Sure does. Still the pint. Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
They're firing at us now.
Are they?
Yeah. Okay.
Flag closed.
Well, it's coming close. I can feel it. Yes, I can see it.
Round to port of it, heading, Skipper.
Okay. If we press on a bit this way, we might get out.
Yeah.
My God.
You light your fag on any of those.
Oh. That was a bit close.
I
think we've been hit personally.
Yeah, lose a bit of height.
Yeah. That was close.
Yes.
Searchlight looking for us down. Okay, I'm pressing on more or less on course.
Righty-ho.
It's gone out now. Well, we better press on north until we're clear of this issue. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Hello, Skipper.
Hello?
We've been holding the front here.
Okay.
The oil's leaking out of the front turret, so it's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Okay, boy. Donkey, could you glance over the temperatures on the engines?
Could I what?
Glance over the temperatures.
Look, Donkey, I've been weaving on your course. I shall be heading a little to the east.
Okay, I'll give you a course to steer if you reckon you'll go through it.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, right.
Only there's a few searchlights ahead, about 100.
Yeah. By God, I've never seen anything like this before.
Neither have I.
4,000 pounds have just gone up. And good show.
That's not bad at all. Yes, it's not a bad prank. Got him! Now then, lads, By God, that looks a bloody good show, doesn't it?
Yes, it's certainly good praying, I believe.
Yes, the wizard show tonight.
Could you just bank over to the left a minute, Ken, and just let them see it? I think you can see it. You get into com.
They're certainly putting some stuff up, Skipper. And they're putting a lot down as well. Hang on. Okay, Reg. Coloured faces going
Still
up.
cutting, Skipper.
You're not cutting.
Still cutting, Skipper. Still cutting, Skipper, Reg.
Okay, Reg, thanks a lot. Keep your eyes open, mid-upper.
Very good, Skipper.
Okay, rear gunner.
Okay.
Good show, boys. Some klop's jettisoned his incendiaries over there. You see it?
Weave to starboard at this time, Skipper.
Okay, Skipper, boy, I got it. All right, go out. Okay. By God, this is the best time I've ever seen, boy. Hey, hello. On your port quarter, there's a lang or something weaving over there. Hey, just above us.
Get over to port, Ken. It's a lang, I believe.
Yes, it's a lanker, sir.
My God, it's a lang.
Hello, mid-upper gunner.
Hello.
Watch that lang that's just above us, will you?
Yes, very good.
He's diving away.
He's going over to port.
By the living Jimmy, she's a wizard, Frank. Look at the stuff
Yes,
going.
David must be dead. Oh, it's the best crane I've seen for a long time.
They're still putting some tracer up, but there's not much coming besides that. No, not too much nattering, lads.
What's happened, Skipper?
Keep a good look. Hey, watch out. Keep a good look out of the Lancaster coming up right behind us.
Yes, right behind.
Lang, how far away is he? How far away is he?
He's about 500 yards.
Yeah. Okay. He's seen us, I think.
Look at that fire. Oh, boy.
What's up, Krang, eh?
He seems to be
turning across to our port now. Okay, Dev, I can see him. Thanks very much. Let me know when you get around on the course, Skip. I'm on course now, Navigator. Thank you, Skip. 357. 357, that's correct. Oh, I don't know. I should say there are about 300 or 400 searchlights here, easy.
Yes. Hello, Skipper.
Hello?
That Lancaster is passing below under your port wing.
Okay, mid-upper, thank you very
coming
much.
up now.
Thank you very much. I can see him, okay. Okay, Skipper, cutting. Okay, Reg. Carry on. Hello, Bombardier. English coast should be coming up now. Will you tell me when we cross it, please?
Okay, Navigator, I'll let you know when we cross it. I can see it coming up ahead now.
Thank you. Nav lights on, Skipper. Okay, Navigator. Nav lights on.
Come on, Navigator. I can just see it coming up now. We shall be directly over it in a few minutes, a few seconds.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, it's coming up. Yes, we're right over it now, Navigator.
Thank you. How are we, Bumhammer? Okay for track?
Yes, I think so.
Okie doke.
Yes, it's good to see old England again anyway.
Yeah, after that long day. Boy, that's a sight for sore eyes, that is.
Hello, Skipper.
Hello, mid-upper.
There's an aircraft passing from port to starboard. I can't quite see what it is.
Okay, thanks so much. Let me know if it gets too near, will you?
Yes, okay.
Good show. Hello, Skipper. ETA base, 15 minutes. 15 minutes? Okay, Navigator. Thanks very much. Hello, engineer. Skipper here.
Hello, Skipper.
How's the petrol going? Are we doing all right?
Oh, yes, okay.
Everything running okay, eh?
Yeah, it's lovely.
All right, good show, boy.
Out of the 315 Lancasters and 4 Mosquitoes that launched out of Nottinghamshire that evening, 22 aircraft never returned, making up 7% of the entire fleet. Now, I don't know about you, but I decided to go back and listen to those recordings several more times. I'm already going to let you know that there are probably some Easter eggs that you missed, and when you hear them, it'll add more to the picture in your head. When you begin to understand them, it'll add a smile to your face as you start to gain an understanding of how important synergy and camaraderie are within the crew. Now, there are clearly some light theatrics as every crew member is aware that a recording is happening, but when things begin to get tense, raw attention is clearly paid. As you may well know, the crew made it back that day. In fact, all except for one of these crew members survived the war, which was quite rare at the time. Aviators primarily use the phonetic alphabet when performing their duties. Now, I used to think it was just so they could sound cool, but it has some extremely practical applications. First and foremost, it cuts down on confusion. Instead of saying the letter A, aviators say alpha. Other than simply using something for identification, saying alpha instead of A can cut down on the rate of confusion or, especially during wartime, dangerous end results. If one says A instead of alpha, A can sound like many different things. A can also sound like the number 8 if said quickly, or if muffled over an intercom while wearing an oxygen mask with 4 engines roaring around you. The number 5 can also sound like the number 9, which is why aviators pronounce the numbers Fife and Niner, respectively. Same with the letters F and S, Foxtrot and Sierra, respectively, so on and so forth. Notice when things are relatively informal, the skipper would call out to and refer to crew members by their first names. During times of stress or statements that are mission critical, he refers to them by their crew positions, such as skipper to bombardier, instead of saying Ken to Bill. Reason being, there are 2 Bills on board. The other Bill was the wireless operator. When needing to communicate with Bill Bray to help refine his bomb sight left to right, calling out bombardier was a less time-consuming call and led to zero confusion. Any number of confusing scenarios could arise if the skipper were to call crew members by their first names during heavy task saturation. Another example, Con Connolly was the navigator, and Jacques Fieldhouse was the midgunner. If he simply used the names Con and Jacques, those could sound pretty darn close when muffled in the oxygen mask, surrounded by engine noise and flak bursts. I can picture Jacques being told, "Left, Jacques, left," by referencing an approaching enemy aircraft. All the while, Con thought he was being told to reference his map for a left heading. If you choose to listen to the recording again, take note of the way they speak to each other, and you'll begin to gain an even greater understanding of their discipline under extreme pressure. For me, it was great to hear and understand how well this crew gelled together after having executed multiple in-sync missions like this one. It's no wonder that all but one of these men survived the war. Now, referring back to the BBC link that I shared with you, Winfred Thomas does a phenomenal job describing the play-by-play of the mission. From the takeoff roll to coasting back over the English Channel, he literally paints with words. 12 hours after the crew of F for Freddy touched down successfully in Nottinghamshire, the mission was broadcast over BBC Radio. The skipper, Flight Lieutenant Ken Letford, did an amazing 4 tours throughout his career. As for the entire crew, the decorations are distinguished and way too many to count. A notable mention, however, was wireless operator Bill Sparks. He was actually a commando of Operation Frankton in 1942, where he was part of a team that paddled 85 miles from the Bay of Biscay to German-occupied France to plant mines on German merchant ships. Suffice it to say, this crew was the dream team. They worked well together, nobody got their feelings hurt, and all they wanted to do was live to fly another day. Recording was a thing of complexity as well. You might be wondering how technology was advanced enough to get a recording like this. It was made on a midget recorder, which resembled a gramophone, but it wasn't as easy as simply cutting the discs. At the altitude which they were flying, the discs were way too cold and brittle to be cut. Reginald Pinsley would have to use his body heat inside of his flight jacket to warm the disc up before cutting. You might recall Reg saying, "Cutting now," multiple times. That was him letting Skipper know that he was currently recording. While all but one crew member survived the war, unfortunately, F for Freddy did not. On January 6 to January 7 of 1944, the aircraft and crew flying that evening perished, while on a mission to Stettin. On a final note, I'm not going to end with my usual theme music today. It just didn't seem fitting. Instead, I'll let the crew from 77 years ago wrap this one up for me. Take it away, chaps.
Bingo.
Skipper Reg, can't our good friend the engineer give us a little bit of a song?
Jock,
What was that?
go on, give him a song, will you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't play this on anybody.
What about you got to go for
Don't give me the wind, Joe.
Go on, Jock, don't be so bloody bashful.
Don't give me the wind. Go on. You'll never live it down, Jock. It's not a case of being bashful.
Come on, Jock.
Oh, no. How about for the Popeye?
And praise our Bonnie, where early falls the dew. And 'twas there that Annie Laurie gave me her promise true. Go on, you carry on now, Jock.
Now,
As
confirm.
Scotchman, and he won't carry on.
Hey, everyone. I didn't want to interrupt your listening in the middle of the show, so I thought I'd put this at the end. I just wanted to take a brief moment and thank each and every one of you for listening to Warbirds. Now, as you already know, this show airs every 2 weeks. But if you want to narrow that down to once per week, there is a way. There's a members-only site of mine located on Patreon, and for $5 a month, you can gain access to 2 additional shows every month that regular Apple or Google subscribers won't have access to. I'll put a link in the show notes for you to make it easy to get there. Along with these members-only ad-free episodes, you'll gain early access to the regularly published bi-weekly episodes. In addition to that, you'll get a special sneak peek at upcoming episodes in the queue. I'll even be taking suggestions from members as to the topics that you want to hear. So if you're hungry for more stories, and 2 stories per month just won't tide you over, go ahead and download the Patreon app on your device. That's Patreon, or the link in the show notes, and sign up for a free account. Once you've signed up, search for Warbirds and you'll find the show pretty quickly. $5 a month will give you double the amount of shows and lots more. With your support, it'll give me a lot more time to focus on producing quality shows for you, and it'll keep me out of the air and at home more often, which I'm sure my wife would appreciate as well. So thanks so much again for supporting Warbirds, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.